First of all, welcome everyone. We are very happy to have you today with us. I'm also very happy to be with Anne-Sophie COURTIER, our head of MSCs and also PG. Sorry for my voice. I excuse myself already from the beginning.
Thank you, Mariceli. My name is Anne-Sophie COURTIER. I'm the director of the Master of Science programs and also the associate director for the MIM program. And it's really a pleasure to welcome you today for this webinar.
Thank you, Anne-Sophie. I think students will use this opportunity to have us with us to answer plenty of questions related to the programs. And I'm also very happy to have Minarin. Minarin, do you want to present yourself to the students?
Yes, of course. Hi, I'm Minarin. I am the second year's Master of Science in Finance CFA track at NEOMA Business School. Nice to meet you all.
Thank you, Minarin.
Thank you, Minarin.
So as I can see, we have students from Morocco. That's very nice. I see, as I say, some names that I have been in contact already. We will use the opportunity also to talk with Minarin about her experience joining the school and how she arrived to France, all the procedures. The idea today is to do a short presentation about the school, but my main goal is also to answer your questions. So when you see the list of participants, you have a little blue hand. You can raise your hand if you have a question regarding the slides. We don't mind to be interrupted if it's an accurate question. We are glad to bring in out loud that all the students can benefit from it. Also, you have the choice to write on the chat box your question. My colleague Katie will be answering regular questions about admission, also about the program. So do not mind if you want to talk out loud or write it on the chat box. So I will be sharing my screen to do start the presentation. So today we are focusing on those students that are interested in finance. Okay, if you want to do a career in finance, a successful career in finance, why you should join one of our NEOMA's MSCs. Maybe we will start a little bit about our school, who we are, and our accreditations, our ranking, and then we will go through all the programs. So regarding NEOMA, we are the fusion of two important business schools in France, one business school and Reims Management School that fusion in 2013. And one business school is one of the oldest business schools in France. So we have 150 years experience in higher education, which is very important in the quality of education that you will get during your studies. We have three campuses, Reims and Rouen and Paris. Paris campus is growing. So very soon we will have a bigger campus in Place l'Italie. So hoping that this come sooner as we expected, because during COVID time, of course, we had some delays, but everything seems to be on track as it should. So very soon we will be able to offer more programs in Paris. Something that is very important as well and that we are very proud about is our triple accreditation. We have EQUIS, AACSB, and AMBA. As you probably already know, only 1% of universities worldwide have this triple accreditation. It's kind of an audit that we pass through. So we check the quality of the teaching staff, really different points, the international point, and it reassures you about the quality that you get as well. Every year we have around 9,500 students. Around 25% of our students are international ones, and depending on the year, around 100 different nationalities. So maybe, Anne-Sophie, if you want to tell us about a very important point is about our grade de master. I think you are the right person to tell us about this.
Yeah, thank you, Mariceli. Yes, I would like to tell you a few words about the most important accreditation for programs in France, which is called the Grade de Master. This accreditation is provided by the Ministry of Highest Education and Research. This is the highest the highest accreditation we can gain. We worked a lot and we got it last year for our whole portfolio of Master of Science. So we are very proud of it. What does it mean for you, candidates and prospects for our programs? It means that for our students, this is a guarantee of the high level of academic teaching you can get during the program. It means this is a guarantee of your employability, because this is a recognition for companies. And this is also the possibility for international students to apply for a permit of labor in France. And last and not at least, this is the opportunity for students to apply for a PhD program in all the public and private institutions in the world. So this accreditation is really an added value for our programs and also for our students. Another point, maybe, Mariceli, about the academic excellence of the school. Exactly. And because we have high permanent professors, the permanent faculty, sorry, and some permanent professors who are coming from all over the world, more than 22%, 62% of international professors. I don't know, Minarine, if you want to tell us a few words about the professors you have during the courses. Where are they from?
Professor in my class, they have many experience in background. My professor, the head of the program, Maria Ruiz, she's from Spain. Yeah. And the other professor are from France, and some of them have many experience in States. Yeah. So yeah, very diversified.
Thank you, Minarine. Yes. And so, Mariceli.
Yeah, the last point will be the corporate partners that we have. This is a big advantage also for students in the future, and not only the corporate partners, but also the academic ones, which today we are increasing every year on the number of academic partners. So it allows our students from different programs to go abroad. So this is about the school. Maybe, Anne-Sophie, I think the rankings this year are very great. What do you think about that?
Yeah, we are very proud of these rankings. And as you can see, we gained a lot of different places in the Financial Times ranking, which is probably the most important in the international environment. So we are now on the 28th place for the meme in the FT of this year. And till in this FT ranking, Financial Times, we are now on the top 5 of the French business schools. So in the best business school, this place of the top 5 is really, really a good news for everybody, exactly. For the school, for the staff, for the teams, and especially for students, because this is your school. Another very interesting ranking is The Economist. The Economist who ranks business schools every 2 years. So that's the reason why this is a ranking of 2019, and a very good place for our Master in Management with the 19th place in the world again. And for the prestigious Shanghai ranking, the 5th place in a specific category. This is what we are very proud of too. Yes.
So generally speaking, we can always say NEOMA is in the top 10 of France. We have been always in the top 50 in Europe, and we have been always in the top 100 around the world. So which is great for your future, having a well-recognized diploma worldwide.
Sure.
So now I think we will go more in details. This is just that you have an overview about all the MSCs we propose. Last week we had the chance with one of my colleagues and also with Anne-Sophie to talk about marketing programs. So today we will be focusing our webinar in the finance and accounting area.
Yes, this is just for you to have an overview. Sorry, Mariceli. Just for you to have an overview of the entire portfolio, just to highlight the fact that we have a lot of different MSCs, and we are still working on adapting on the new market needs and to increase the quality of all the MSc programs, and with 3 new MSCs for next year, as you can see, and also a very good balance between the 4 different areas of the school. So yes, this is the portfolio.
And now that we will be focusing in finance, I will just explain how we will be go through every program. We will focus in students that just have a bachelor degree, a 3 years bachelor degree, those that have a little of work experience, those that have 4 years bachelor degree, but we will be also talking about those that have a master's degree. So, Anne-Sophie, I will let now talk to you, that you talk about it, because I think you are the expert then about our master in management that we are so proud about all the changes.
Okay, thank you. So, if you are interested in having a master in management at the end of your studies and you have a 3-year bachelor degree, this program is for you. You join us for 2 years, maybe 3, it depends. M1 plus M2. Why 3? Because it's possible, this is an option, to do the M1 during 2 years with a gap year, which during this year you can do something different, professional experience, international experience, and so on. But the typical format is M1 plus M2. And as you can see, you can opt for the M1, this is the number 4, the M1 general track in management with advanced courses, advanced management courses. And after you opt during your M2 for a Master of Science, and you gain a double degree, MIM degree plus Master of Science degree. But we have 3 different specific courses designed for finance and accounting. The first of them, number 1 in the list, is M1 plus M2 in the excellence track dedicated for the CFA. So you want to focus on this certification, which is the highest certification who people who would like to be a financial analyst. This track is for you because you join during the M1 and you start courses in this track dedicated to the CFA to be well prepared for the CFA level 1. And during the M2, you join the MSc Finance, Investment and Wealth Management, and then you prepare the CFA level 2. Again, you have a double degree, MIM degree plus the Master of Science degree. The second option, number 2 in the list, is an excellence track dedicated to risk and fintech. Risk and fintech, this is an excellence track at NEOMA Business School because we signed a partnership with the GARP Association, which is the Global Association of Risk Professionals. And you will be well prepared to the FRM certification, the Financial Risk Management. It's not the same as the CFA because we are not in the same area. This is something really different, but this is the most important in its own area, okay? Risk and fintech. So you start in M1 with specific courses and you start to prepare the FRM level 1, and then you join the MS in Financial Markets and Technologies for the FRM level 2. And again, this is a double degree, MIM degree plus MSc degree. The third one is again an excellent track. It's not in finance, it's more in accounting and auditing, and it's M1 plus M2. And this is an excellent track dedicated to conseil et audit. Conseil et audit is in French, and you need to have a fluent French level for this track, very important, because you prepare some equivalence for a high degree in audit and conseil, consulting. And this degree is only in French. So you need to have a fluent French level. And this is only the MIM degree. There is no double degree for this track. Okay. So this is our offer if you have a 3-year bachelor degree and want to join the Master in Management.
Anne-Sophie, and one question that comes very often from our students, what is the advantage to have a double degree?
So the advantage to get a double degree is that the Master of Science is the standard of the 5 years degree in the world. Mm-hmm. So all the companies understand what you have, what is your level, what is your academic level, certifications, and so on. Okay, so the Master in Management is really well known as also, but more in France. Mm-hmm. The Master of Science is better known in the world.
Okay. So we also have the option of a 2 years MSc if we are not going through the Master in Management. Can you talk a little bit about that, please?
Yes, if you don't want to join the Master in Management, but you are really interested in having a program dedicated to finance, it's possible to join us only for the Master of Science degree, but you are a 3-year bachelor degree. So it's possible for you to join us directly in M1, but it's not in MIM, Master in Management. This is in a pre-master year dedicated to MSc programs. So all our students are together for this prep year to help you to gain and to increase your level of English, to increase your skills in advanced management and so on, to be well prepared for the MSc. And after, you are in the Master of Science for the September intake. Okay. In that case, you apply directly for the Master of Science, but with the option 2 years MSc, and you have the list of the 4 different Master of Science you can apply for.
And Sophie, maybe we have some French audience here, which is also important that the Master in Management goes through the concours, which is not the case for the 2 years MSc. So I just wanted to add this little, because we always speak about our international. So this is an important point. Yes,
you're totally right. So if you are an international student or a French student, it depends. Mm-hmm. But if your diploma is an international degree, 3-year international degree, you can apply for the MIM program, okay? If you have a French degree, 3-year French degree, you need to join the MIM with a concours. Exactly. It's compulsory. This is
a big advantage to have a 2 years MSc because they can apply through our platform, and they don't need to be in competition with all the French students coming from Prepa and other bachelor degrees.
At the end, they arrive at the same place. It's not double degree, it's single degree, but you are not in competition with students coming from with the concours. So this way is for you. If you have a 3-year bachelor degree and in French and you want a Master of Science dedicated to finance, you apply for the 2 years MSc. This way is really for you.
And the big advantage at the end, they have a bac +5, which is recognized, and now it's also a grade de master. Yeah.
So this is really a big advantage for you. And we also have, this is the last point on the slide, we also have a long track for the MSc Finance, Investment and Wealth Management for the CFA track. And it allows the students, candidates, to apply to join us in January intake. And you can prepare, but it's only for the Master of Science degree. There is no double degree. And you prepare the CFA level 1 during the M1 and the CFA level 2 during the M2 in MSc.
Minarin, is this the case? This is the program you join, right?
Yes, I'm in this program, and I can add something about my program, because as Anne-Sophie said, that in the first semester we prepare for CFA level 1, and the M2 we prepare for CFA level 2. But you also have opportunity in the second semester, which is the September semester for the M1. You also have another classes such as financial programming, which I have learned the VBA and Python, and also sustainable finance, behavioral finance, and financial modeling, which I think this is very important for working as a finance.
Yeah, programming is a big step. Thank you.
Yeah.
So what happens if our bachelor or 3 years bachelor degrees have at least 1 year work experience in a relevant position, and that it's related to the MSc, or if they have already a 4 years bachelor degree?
In that case, you can apply directly to join one of our Master of Science in Finance. So as you can see, we have 4 different possibilities, options. The 3 first options are specifically in finance. The last one is dedicated to accounting, auditing, and advisory. So I just want to separate, because financial professors say that finance and accounting is not the same, and they are right. So as you can see, we have different MSCs. The first one, the MSc Corporate Finance, is probably the more generalist of our MSc in Finance, dedicated to corporate finance, not to market finance. So this is really specific, and you prepare a certification, professional certification, which is called the Private Equity Investing, and with the Wall Street Prep. Very famous certification and useful if you want to work in the M&A environment and so on. The second one is the MSc Finance, Investment and Wealth Management, dedicated more in financial markets. And we have 2 tracks. 2 tracks in this MSc, 1 track dedicated to the CFA, and this is the MSc you will join if you join before for a long track, for a MEM, excellence track, and so on. But you can also apply directly if you already have the CFA level 1. Otherwise, you join this MSc for the other track, which is called the Real Estate and Wealth Management track. And this track is dedicated to another specific field of finance. The third MSc, Financial Markets and Technologies. Yeah.
So sorry to interrupt you, but we have a very good question from Neil that I think it's worth to read it out loud, because he's interested. What happened to those students that already have the CFA level 1? Can they join the second year of this MSc?
Yes, directly. If you already have the CFA level 1, first of all, congratulations, because it's really, really difficult. And secondly, you can directly apply for this MSc Finance, Investment Analysis and Wealth Management, and you will join all the courses for the preparation of the CFA level 2. So this MSc is really for you. And this is an advantage if you have the CFA level 1. I don't know how, what is your background, your previous background, if it's a 4-year or 3-year background with professional experience or not. We need to check, but if you have the CFA level 1, surely we will organize something for you to join us. Okay. So The third MSc, Financial Markets and Technologies, is the one dedicated to the FRM certification. Remember, I told about this MSc because you can start in the M1, but you can also join only for the MSc. You need to have prerequisites courses maybe in finance to be really comfortable during the courses, but if you are interested in, it's very, very interesting for you. And it's not compulsory to have a financial background, because risk management is not only a question of finance and a question of quantitative. It's also a question of legal aspects and psychological aspects and management aspects and so on. So we are interested in having a lot of different backgrounds. And the last one, the MSc Accounting, Auditing and Advisory, is more dedicated to work, for example, in audit firms for the Big Four. And you prepare the certification CMA, the Certified Management Accounting, and which is very interesting and necessary, useful when you apply for this type of firm and companies. So you can join directly this Master of Science, Accounting, Auditing and Advisory. Just maybe one precision here. If you have fluent French and you would like to have the equivalence of the DSCG, which is a diploma, French diploma to be accountant, this MSc is not necessary. We don't have this equivalence only with the MSc. It's compulsory to join the excellence track Conseil et Audit. This is the only way to get the equivalence with the ministry, because we have a lot of control and we need our students to have a specific track and to join this track to get the equivalence. So I don't know if I sent enough information or not. Don't hesitate to ask if you need more.
Yes, we have some questions before we go to them. So as a conclusion, we could say corporate finance, it goes, as the name it says, in the corporate, the company financial part. Then we have finance, investment, analysis, and wealth management, and financial markets and technologies. Both are more in financial markets. Only that financial markets look only at the risk part of the investment, while the finance, investment, analysis, and wealth management is looking to a bigger spectrum, probably. So is it possible that someone that does an MSc in finance, investment, analysis, and wealth management works together with someone that has done risk management, right? Is that most of the time I will say that we will be working together because both are in the financial market. And
exactly, they can work together.
Exactly. And the accounting, auditing, advisory, it will be more the accounting at an international level, while those that want to work in France and to be really in the accounting and have the French diploma have to go through the master in management. Great. So we have a question, Anne-Sophie, from Ta, who has joined. He's already admitted in our master in management CFA track. So he would like to know some of the courses before, because they start in September, but the CFA level 1 preparation starts only in January. Which courses are they having during the first semester then in master in management?
They have courses in advanced management. So during this semester, they have common courses and optional courses they can choose. My suggestion is to choose some courses linked to the financial aspects for this track, but It's not compulsory, okay, it's better. And you will also have courses, for example, like Shape Your Career, to be well prepared to find an internship and so on. So yeah, this is advanced management courses. And then from January, you join the excellence track with courses specific dedicated to the CFA, okay? And as you are already accepted in the MIM, just for you to know that you can have a gap year between this first year of M1 and the beginning of the M2 in the MSc. A gap year for the CFA track can be international internship, French internship. You can join another business school for 1 semester abroad, and so on. This is very interesting, and this is a opportunity to gain more experience.
Yeah. So maybe, Minarin, you can complete a little bit about the CFA preparation itself. Which courses did you have? And do you feel that you need to invest a lot of personal time in this program? Is it enough what you see in courses? What is your recommendation also to our students in this program?
Yeah, okay, of course. For the CFA, all of us know that it's not easy exam. So we need to contribute a lot of our time in preparation for the CFA. For the CFA level 1 I had in the first semester in January last year, all the professor will give us about all the theory in the class. So like every class, we will finish 1 chapter of the CFA. So you need to prepare a lot. Like when we go back home, we need to do all the exercise and prepare by our own, and also prepare for the next class as well. So I can say that after the class at NEOMA, will make you schedule your CFA preparation on time. So if you can continue with the class, I think you will definitely make it. Yeah.
So it's not to scare our students, but we want you to know the truth, and CFA is challenging, but the opportunities of career are great afterwards. So yes. Probably the investment is worth.
Yes, of course.
Great. So thank you, Minarin. Anne-Sophie, can you talk about which possibility have students that have already a 5 years bachelor degree? Of course, they can join also one of the previous named MSCs. Yes. This won't be a problem.
The 4 previous MSCs are open to you, but we have also something specific for 5 years bachelor degree. And this program is called Analyst Financière Internationale. This is an advanced master or specialized masters. Why do we recruit with this level, 5 years bachelor degree, master degree? Because this is a program accredited by the Conférence des Grandes Écoles, which is a French organization, very famous in France. And the standard is to recruit students with a background of 5 years. And the aim of this master, specialized master, is to prepare you to financial market and to gain some certifications like Bloomberg, AMFM, CFS, C2IA, and so on. So to join this master, you need to have a fluent French because a part of courses are in French. And especially évaluation and gestion d'actifs, you can see on the screen. And also we have a partnership with the Finance for Tomorrow, which is a famous association who prepare students to the next step for financial profiles. Okay, so this is the program we have for students with a 5 years bachelor.
Exactly. So this program, as you say, this partnership with Finance for Tomorrow, I would like to add that we are, I think, the first ones here in France to have this partnership for this master. And today, sustainability is a big topic worldwide, and which makes it possible through the green finance. And this partnership with Finance for Tomorrow will allow to see this part of green finance, that it's an important topic in today's world, even more after COVID-19. I think we start to be more or to realize more the impact of projects in green technology. So this partnership will allow the students to be involved, to see what is the difference between normal finance and green finance, how you invest in this type of projects. So there is a question coming back to our MSCs, Anne-Sophie, which is quite interesting. It is from, sorry if I pronounce it wrong, Sanjita. Sanjita is asking, today he has already CFA level 1 and currently pursuing to do CFA level 2 on his own. So bravo, because it's not easy to do in its own, but he's interested in risk management. So he thinks if he joins our financial markets and technologies program, can he attend some CFA preparation courses at the same time? Is he allowed to do it, or can he manage the time schedule between both MSCs?
It's not easy. It's not easy because these two MSc are really different, with different courses, different planning and schedule and so on. So it's not easy to answer you, because it's really courageous, and you are a challenger for sure, preparing your CFA level 2 and you want to join the MSc in FMT. My suggestion should be maybe to be well prepared and to join the MSc dedicated to the CFA, because I don't want you to be half for the MSc and not to prepare seriously the CFA. This is not the aim of the program.
Also, in the time schedule for both programs, these are full-time masters. It means we start courses at 8:30 in the morning. We finish, I don't know, Minarin, at what time do you usually finish your courses?
It's almost 5 p.m.
It's 5 p.m. and you still have to work on your own. So in terms of the time schedule, it's not possible to join classes from another MSc. It's just not possible. And
you need to choose.
Exactly. And as well, I think of the point of view of the investment, the MSc is an important cost that you have to carry for your career. So if you are not 100% on it, you have to think, you invest a certain amount of money, time. The goal is to achieve in one of them and not to do everything what it's possible. So also on my side, I will say I will focus in one thing. Either you join our finance program for the second year to prepare the CFA level 2 with us, or you decide that you want to go really to the risk management and you prefer to have the FRM certification, because this is an important point. In the other program, you will be preparing another certification. So I think in terms of logistics and time, it's just almost impossible to manage both programs at the same time. So in the term, I don't know if someone wants to ask a question out loud. We just finished about the presentation about the programs themselves. So it is the time now, if you have specific questions about the curriculum, also either to Anne-Sophie or to Minarin that can share their experience. And if not, we can explain you a little bit about the student services we offer at school. So for the moment, I can't see any hand raised. Neil say that we haven't speak about part-time masters. This is a question I can answer. Usually part-time masters are not open for students that are not in France already, because you need to be at least 1 year in the French territory to be able to join a part-time program. So today we are focusing in full-time MSCs, but do not hesitate to go in our website, because you can see our agenda with all the events, and we have webinars that are focused really in our part-time MSCs. I can see we have another question from Sanjita, just a follow-up question. I hope I will give my exam on CFA level 2 and then join the masters from October. Is it going to help me in finding an internship in risk management if I hold both certifications, FRM, P1 and P2, and CFA level 2? I think
yes, yes, sure,
definitely,
surely.
Yeah.
Already you will have the advantage.
Exactly. Already, when you are a CFA holder, I think the salary leverage at the going out from the school is higher than when you are not a CFA holder. And on the top of that, if you add an extra certification, I think all the doors will be open for you. Yeah. So regarding the student services, once you apply for one of our programs and you become a NEOMA student, we will be giving you all the administrative support that you need. We have the hub, who is helping all our students and giving all the right information how to arrive in France. If you need accommodation, for example, we have the possibility to apply for dorms. Of course, the dorms are a limited number of dorms that are available for international students. We also have the possibility to log in our platform, where you can find also accommodation. There is a welcome website that gives you step by step what you need to do to arrive. Minarin, did you use this welcome website?
Yeah, I just follow the steps from that website. It's very convenient.
And also, once you have been admitted, you need to contact the Campus France of your country. So I know, depending on the country, this administrative process is quicker or slower, but in my opinion, the best is to get the admission as soon as possible, that you can spend the time not anymore into do I have a place, and the school is more about how do I arrive to France and do all the administrative work. Minarin, how is it in Thailand? How long it took you to have an appointment with Campus France, for example?
Actually, in Thailand, I don't have to make an appointment with Campus France. I can go directly to.
You can go directly, okay?
Yeah, to the embassy. Yeah, so it's very convenient. It's took me about 2 to 3 weeks to finish my visa process.
This is very, very convenient, because, for example, I see that we have some students from Morocco, and that's not the case. In Morocco, you are obliged to go through Campus France. And even if our programs are 100% in English, they will also ask you to have a TCF exam. So the Campus France required some French knowledge. It's not our case, but it's the rules of Morocco. I also know, for example, students that are in Cameroon or Cote d'Ivoire, Senegal, the process is a little bit longer. Sometimes you have to go from one city to other, because there are not Campus Frances in all the cities. So my recommendation is always to do the admission as soon as possible, that you can focus in how to arrive in France, and our welcome website will give you all this possibility, and to show you which steps to follow and how to arrive. And also, so it makes us talk about our label from Campus France, Bienvenue en France, which we are also very proud, because it gives you the quality of how we welcome our students here in our school. So this is about student services. Today, more than ever, I think the virtual visits are very important since we had to adapt ourselves, of course, this year as every other school around the world. And this is a topic I would like to bring out loud because all students have concerns. What happens with COVID? So, Anne-Sophie, how the school adapt the courses? Can you tell us a little bit about that, please?
Yes, sure. From the beginning of this crisis, we adapted all our courses and all our way of working. We always follow government's recommendation, and this is the government who decide if we can open or we need to close campuses, and also if we are allowed to welcome students on campuses or not. So now the campuses are opened, but with a limited number of students on places, on campuses. So we sent an email to all of our students to know who would like to join in presence to have courses, because we are allowed to 10 students per group. So we reorganized everything to welcome everybody and every student who would like to join in presence. For students who would prefer to stay online, it's still possible to stay online. So we really adapt everything. We also created a virtual campus to welcome our students during, for example, association events and International Day and so on. A lot of different meetings and so on our virtual campus. So this is our fourth campus after Rouen, Reims and Paris. We have a virtual one. And we adapted a lot of different services for international students. Services with the wellness center, with for example, we organized also some games, virtual games with international students and with the associations and a lot of things, because we pay high attention to all of our students and we want them to be comfortable during their studies. It's not an easy period for sure, for nobody. And so we want our students to be really well prepared. So the level of the academic level is still the same, and professors and teachers are still really challengers, and they expect a lot from students. They provide them with a lot of work and some materials and prerequisite lectures and so on. All the time. We have organized some meteor director meetings and virtual coffees meeting weekly and so on. So yes, a lot of things implemented during this crisis.
Yeah, thank you, Anne-Sophie. I just want to add a last sentence about it is, don't be scared. Our courses are supposed to be face-to-face, and we are doing everything what is in our hands to welcome you in our campuses, because of course we want you to experience what the student life is. And unfortunately, this year students couldn't see all the activities we have in each campus due to the situation, but this also shows that we are always prepared to adapt ourselves, and the goal is that you get your degree on time, no matter if it's through online, face-to-face, and hybrid classes. So Minarin, I think you saw it maybe. How was your experience with the online classes?
As you can see, it's not easy for all of us as first as a student and as a professor too, but all of us need to like adjust with the situation. So like you said, I think for me, the most important thing is I get my master's degree on time. That is the most important thing.
And this is what we are working for. And the idea is also in the future, hoping, crossing fingers that in September 2021, we can welcome all of you really on campus. Yeah, so we are arriving at the end of the webinar. I just will go through the admission process very briefly. We are a team of recruiters by region, and we are here to help you to see if you are eligible to the program. Also, if you are not sure which program fits best to your professional project or your background, this is also the reason we are here to offer you some help advising you about the program. To see if you are eligible, we have to check, as it's just like to summarize what we have discussed during the whole webinar. We have the long track, the short track, depending on your bachelor degree, also on your work experience. We have to go to a 2 years program or to directly to the specialization. English is the key to enter the school. Even in the French programs, you need to have a good level of English. So and as you have seen, all our MSCs in finance are 100% in English. So you need to have a good level, and you need to have TOEIC, TOEFL, IELTS to apply. Then you apply through this platform. You will create your profile with your email, and then you start an application. You need to upload your academic transcripts, diploma, CV, 2 recommendation letters, English score, and answer around 5 to 7 motivation questions. And once you submit your applications, you need to pay 100 euros to submit it, and the application arrives to the recruitment manager, who is going to check if your application is complete, and you will be invited to an online video presentation through a platform called Easy Recruit, or a Skype interview. For example, for Master in Management or Analyst Financier International, it's through a Skype interview. And in around 1 week after the interview, you get the admissions results. This is the international team for recruitment. We have Claire Sang for China students, Katie in charge of Europe, Canada, and the US. Min and Xiao Tong are in charge of the Asia region. We have Shekhar for India, and Anya is in charge of our Latin America office, and myself for Africa and Middle East. You have all our contact details. We really do not mind to spend time with you. We also offer some sessions through Calendly. So if you are interested on it, you can send us an email at admissions, and we will send you our calendar, our agenda, that you can book directly an appointment with us. And do not hesitate to send your CV and your transcripts to check if you are eligible to one of our programs. So from my side, I think we have finished for today. I don't know if there is any other question we should answer. I can see Neil. If your previous degree is not related to finance, are you still required to obtain your academic transcripts for an example? Yes, Neil, we need definitely, no matter which background you have, we need your bachelor degree, we need all your academic transcripts. If you have a master's degree as well, we require it. And if you have work experience, it's also great if you can give us the certificate from your work. If you have the CFA level 1, also we will need a proof of it. So all of your background, it's necessary and required to apply. I don't know if you want to add something, Anne-Sophie, today. I think we are arriving at the end of the webinar.
No, it was really...
Well,
no, it's always a pleasure to discuss with students. So if you have questions, I will be happy to answer you and to help you to make the good choice. But first, NEOMA is always a good choice. So yeah, don't hesitate, and thank you for your participation.
Thank you, Anne-Sophie, for being today with us. I think it's the best to have the information directly from you for the candidates. It's a really added value for our webinar. And Minarin, also thank you for being today with us. If you agree, maybe if some candidate has questions for you, they can send us to that our admission email, and we can forward it to you, because sometimes it's good to have the experience of our own students, and what a better example as what you are doing today in our school. So thank you, everyone.
Yes, of course.
Thank you, and
Thank
see
you,
you next
Mariceli.
week. Thank you, everyone.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.